This is BBC Scotland on One. Now the Scottish news with Louise Welsh.
Good afternoon. Sacked Timex workers have begun a fresh picket line outside a new company office in Forfar. It follows yesterday's closure of the Timex factory in Dundee. Leaders of the 343 workers sacked after going on strike in February have said their fight will go on.
A group of sacked workers arrived at the new office in Forfar this morning. They made their feelings clear to the Timex Vice President Mohammed Salah when he entered the building a short while later.
I just made the point to Mr Salah that our slogan is that you can run but you can't hide. We will pursue Timex electronic corporations wherever they go in the United Kingdom or abroad. We will be in hot pursuit.
In Dundee, the mood was subdued, but the sacked workers said they'll continue their action until Timex management negotiate an honourable settlement.
Today marks phase 2 of the campaign. Phase 1 was picketing that plant. Phase 2 is attacking Timex Corporation. The support groups are being called together to escalate the very successful boycott campaign that people know if you buy a Timex, you're buying a scab.
Timex said it deeply regrets ending its 47-year presence in Dundee.
A campaign to improve workers' rights and establish fair rates of pay has been launched by Labour and the STUC. It marks the abolition of wages councils, which set minimum pay levels for thousands of Scots workers.
What we're about is alerting the public to the fact that 250,000 Scottish workers are from today having their minimum wage protection, which gives them guaranteed wages of the mighty sums of £2.70 to £3 an hour. That protection has been taken away from them.
The 16-year-old Scot who last week abandoned his solo voyage across the Atlantic has run into problems on his second attempt. Cameron Springthorpe set sail from Stranraer last night but had problems with his engine and was heading for Carrickfergus on Belfast Lough to carry out repairs. The chairman and former manager of Dundee United, Jim McLean, was made a Freeman of the City at the weekend, the first sporting personality to receive the honour.
Civic leaders were joined by hundreds of the club's supporters at the ceremony in the Caird Hall. Mr McLean has been connected with football on Tayside for 22 years, at first with Dundee Football Club, but most of the time with United. He was presented with a framed scroll which proclaimed him a Burgess of Dundee. The Scotland coach Andy Roxburgh said football in Scotland was a pathway to dreamland. Jim McLean was a dream maker who led others to realise their dreams.
Golf now, and Scotland's Sandy Lyle has failed to gain a place in the European Ryder Cup team to face America next month. Lyle had been depending on one of 3 wildcard entries, but captain Bernard Gallagher has given them to Seve Ballesteros, Jose Maria Lazabal and Joachim Hegman. The 2 Scots in the team are Sam Torrance and Colin Montgomery. The weather now. Southern and central Scotland will have a dry day with bright or sunny spells, the best of them in the west. Further north it'll be rather cloudy, enough to give some light rain in places. That's it. Good afternoon.